What's up, guys? It's Napa Boy Way here with Gay Magazine Atlanta, Georgia. And of course, this is the exclusive interview from Noah's Ark, the movie, and have the one and only the icon, the man with the plan, the one y'all always flaunt over, including myself. Jensen Atwood, what's up, brother?
Come on in, Noah. I'm just finishing up my shower. Make yourself at home. I'll be out in a few minutes.
What's up? Great intro. I appreciate that.
No problem, no problem. First off, I want to say this because I had a conversation with Daryl yesterday. I want you to thank you and, of course, the cast for you specifically because your character spoke a lot of values when it comes to representation. Even as a heterosexual man, you playing in a gay role. People like me and some of my other friends, we were able to identify with you, and then you showed a different light and a different type of gay man. Because back then it was stereotypes of different types of a specific type of black gay male, but when you came to the screen, it was most definitely enlightening to see. It inspired me to do what I'm doing today. And without you and the staff, and I mean the cast, there would be no gay magazine, and most definitely would not be a Nappy Boy. Because just a few years back, I wasn't saying, yo, it's Nappy Boy from Gay Magazine. Now I'm comfortable and I'm happy and I'm fine and I'm fit just like you. So appreciate you.
Hey,
Appreciate you.
yeah, my pleasure, man. It's an honor to be honest.
Of course, of course. But no, how do you feel about the response from the movie? Like recently we just reported that Noah's Ark is the first black gay film to reach the top 10 in Paramount Showtime Plus. How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about that? I mean, I am a little surprised, very excited. The movie seems to be doing very well. I figured once it came out, it was going to be one way or another. Either it was going to be a smash hit or, the administration was going to come put us in jail. I figured it was going to go one of two ways. And so far, it's been nothing but great.
Right. I feel like, why were you nervous though? Was it the timing or because I heard y'all filmed this 2 years ago, three?
Like little over 2 years ago.
Okay.
I mean, the anticipation, I mean, always gives me a certain feeling. It's like, putting together a surprise party for one of your closest friends, and
True, true.
you didn't made the guest list, you didn't and decorated the whole place, you didn't got food, you didn't got drinks, you
Hmm.
didn't set up the timing of it all, and now it's just a matter of, you know, it actually happening, and
Right.
you walking through and you saying surprise, and then
Right.
the reaction. So it's just kind of that feeling of anticipation.
No, I understand that because I was just talking to my brother about that because we got something going on this Saturday. So, anticipation is was definitely there. But no, I don't think a lot of people know, but you are not only an actor, but you're a director as well. You directed some films as well. What is the difference between, would you say the process of you acting is a little bit more, is it chill, a little bit easier than it is directing, or do you feel like it's the same?
It's definitely not the same. They are two different beasts, all of their own. I wouldn't even. I have directed. I'm an actor, but I wouldn't consider myself a director in that way. I know if need be, I could step into a project and direct it, and they would have a quality project. But it's not one of my passions. It's not like acting is for me,
I
where
feel it.
where I feel like I can't breathe unless I'm doing it. Yeah, but they are two separate beasts, all of their own.
No, I bet. Look, I'm a PA. Well, yeah, I'm still a PA, so I'm sit and I watch how different stuff is. So I understand, my brother. Okay.
Yeah,
FYI, if you need a PA, you come holler. But no,
for sure.
no. So watching the movie about for the fifth time, I watched it again last night. One of my favorite moments was your connection and your relationship with rapper. Was it Two Tone? And how you basically stepped in as a father figure or a big brother figure, even though you were his A&R, but you decided yourself to allow him to have a household based off his upbringing. And I just thought that was so great. Just how important it is for us to have that connection. How important do you think it is for us African American men to have male role models? And did you have one growing up?
Man, it is tremendous. I mean, that was probably one of my favorite parts of the movie as well. You know, I think us as black men, a lot of us, not all of us, but a lot of
Mhm.
us, we have that piece missing in our lives.
Right.
And, you know, it. it's amazing when you don't necessarily, if you don't have a father around, where somebody can kind of step into that role and be that guiding light for you, so
Right.
I think it is tremendous, in a man's upbringing, especially a black man's upbringing. um I didn't grow up with my father in that way. um my aunt was kind of the masculine figure in my
Okay.
life.
Shout out to Auntie. Shout out to Auntie. What's her name?
My Auntie Molly. Um, and
Auntie Mama.
uh, and and then I also, I was lucky enough to to have black men in my life that were influential,
Most
in their
definitely.
own ways, even though they weren't necessarily there all the time, as I was not their responsibility in that
Mhm.
way. you know, People like, since we naming names, and I just love these old school names because these are the men that kind of molded me to be who I am.
Right.
People like Chico,
Come
um,
on.
and Pancho,
Okay.
and Zeppi. Those are some men in my life that kind of guided me to be who I am.
That's what's up. Are you a male role model to anybody younger than you at this moment that you're close with?
I mean, I would like to think so. I
Okay.
mean, I think role model is kind of for someone else to say. There are uh, young men in my life that I look forward to helping them in any way that I possibly can.
Most definitely. Well, you one of mine, okay? You ain't even know it, did you?
No, I didn't know.
You see, last time I look like him, I done really running went to the gym and all that today, so make sure I was good.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
so I'm getting in. I'm getting in, friend. I'm getting in, my
gotta
brother.
keep fit, man. I call that my health insurance.
Exactly. Look, come on. But no, how does it feel to be a fantasy to the black or just the male gay community? How does that feel as a heterosexual male? Does that bother you? Is it
No, it don't bother me. I mean, I feel like I'm thankful that it's across the board. It's not just girls, it's not just guys.
right?
I'd like to think that there's something positive that I'm doing that's appealing, and it's appealing to the masses, no matter, gay, straight, male, female. I'd like to think that I'm putting out good into the world that people are receptive to. So,
Okay.
it's a compliment. And on the other side of that too, I don't try to indulge too much
Right. I was about
in
to.
what other people label me,
Mm-hmm.
because I think that's a slippery slope, especially in this acting world. Once you start believing people, um, then at what point do you stop believing them?
Right.
If somebody tells you you're the greatest thing since sliced bread, and you believe them, and then next month they decide you're the scum of the earth, you got to believe that too. You know
Most
what I mean?
definitely.
So I try to not indulge in that uh, much at all. And this is a rough business, man. And so it can be tough when you allow things like that to get to you.
Right.
When people tell you how amazing you are, or what a star you are, what a celebrity you are, and then you
Mhm.
start having unrealistic expectations for yourself. That's a lot of pressure, man, especially when, I haven't booked any gigs for a few months and I can't pay my phone bill. You know,
Mhm.
I, I can only imagine. I mean, I know, I don't even have to imagine. I know the effect that has on artists. I know people that have killed themselves, because of this business. And so you can't really indulge too much as far as what other people think about you.
Most definitely. And I always tell my straight brothers, I'm like, when you get a compliment from another gay male, that is top tier. Because one, we're very picky. We're very meticulous of who we choose to say hi and what's up, and they fine too. But I just want you to know that not only is, of course, your your figure and your face, of course, But it's really your personality that really stands out. And then when I was watching your interview, doing my own research, I was like, I can't. I was just telling my brother, I cannot wait till I have this interview because I'm really excited. He seems like a real cool person. I heard you do your own hair, you dress up, you do your own. You know, y'all got your own stilo. Like you cool peoples, and that's what's very attractive to a lot of people. So I'm sure you already knew that though. But no,
I know it now. I know it now
yeah,
because you
look,
said
hey, you heard it from Nappy Boy. Okay, let them know that.
it.
But no,
Official.
you said what?
Official.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But no, has before you met your lovely wife, you are married, correct?
No, I'm not.
No, you have a significant other, your girlfriend?
Nope.
No, okay. Well, I'm sure you're open to dating, and of course, there's lovely ladies that's probably in your DMs. But no, so has that ever been an issue with you playing your character Wade? Has there ever been an issue when you actually go out to date a woman and then people try to come talk to you? Do they ever question you like, I seen you on that film. Is it true? And you know what I'm saying? Has that ever been a problem? And how do you cope with that?
Um, I mean, it's been a thing. I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
it's ever been a problem.
Oh, that's right.
Um, when I first started,
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a time. It was a very different time. 20 plus years ago. Um, the climate was very different as far as how people even talked about gay and or straight.
Right, right.
And so I did have somebody in my life that was like, why are you doing this role?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they could really grasp my reasoning. And it was that moment that I understood that it wasn't for anybody else to understand. It was my journey. So it's been a thing, but I mean, I have
You ain't worried
stories,
about
but I feel like I can't really tell the stories on here.
Basically, you ain't worried about it because they ain't never stopped none. That's what I'm getting from that at the end of the day.
Nothing. It ain't stopped nothing.
Exactly, exactly. Any tips do you, well, first off, recently in the past few months, there have been some actors that were offered roles that were very similar to yours. And, he specifically said that, he didn't want to do it because it will ruin his manhood. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, I'm a man. I just like other men. He said ruin his manhood. He said he'll cut his lips off, etc. What is your opinions on other heterosexual male who think that if they play a gay role, that it will do those negative things to you? And any tips that you want to give to any up and coming males who actually might have that opportunity, but their first acting gig is a gay role? Was that a lot? I'm sorry.
It was a lot, but it's okay.
Okay.
Um, wow, where do I start with that? I will
Yeah.
start with I am an actor.
Yes.
I'm not sure what the people that are saying what they're saying are. I'm gonna say that again.
Mm.
I'm an actor. My job is to tell the story to the best of my ability, to hopefully make it as real as possible, to to serve the emotional obligations.
Right.
If you're not doing those things, I don't know if you can consider yourself an actor.
Thank you. Come on.
So, as far as, playing a certain part, if you're scared, just say that.
Right.
If you feel insecure about who you are, say that. But to offend other men, to take the name of the thespian in vain, I don't there's no space in my world for that.
Most definitely. And then the other question was: is there any tips for any up and coming actors, young actors who might have their first role as a gay male? Any tips that you want to give them? Because I remember you were stating that some you had to question and say like why am I doing this? But then again, why wouldn't I do that? What tips you can give somebody like me?
I
You're gonna see me in a couple months, okay?
mean, I would I would give the same advice, no matter what role it is.
I feel it.
And the reason why I say that is because everybody's journey and challenges are different. And so, just in general as an actor, study,
Yes.
get in class, learn the craft so you can separate uh, the characters from your own truth, and so you can also use your truth to bring the characters to life. The craft is important, and so to any actor, taking on any role, do your research,
Hmm.
study, and and engulf yourself as much as you possibly can, so it's as real as possible.
Most definitely. Now, I want to ask this question because everybody's curious. One of the best scenes, my favorite scenes, especially when I was a kid, this is one of the scenes where I had to, I don't know if back in the day where we had the remote, we had to press last. I had to have y'all show on one channel, and then if my parents walked in, I had the DC channel on the other one. But I don't want to call them sex scenes, but the intimate scenes that you have with Daryl. I just spoke with him yesterday, and he was saying that y'all actually have a coordinator or somebody who coaches you guys on like how the angles and specific like ways that you could do specific stuff. But he was speaking to me and telling me that y'all have a great relationship to the point, but y'all don't really need too much of that.
Honestly, Jensen and I have been doing this for plus 20 plus years now, so it's not like we have to go into like a full on conversation. And I will say, in the scene that we shot, there was only, I guess there were two. There was one in the morning, and then there was the one in the shower. But
More,
they were
yeah.
all pretty tame in terms of what Jensen and I have done in the past.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
We were
Bro.
relieved. We got off easy. Doug had the actor who plays Chance, Doug Spearman. When I watched the final movie, I was like, "Oh, you had the sex scenes this time." He was on
Yeah,
the
he had
sex
the
scene,
legs
and he
wide
was
open.
like
Legs wide open.
the legs akimbo, and I was like,
Right.
"Wow, y'all did a lot."
How do you remember your first time experiencing an intimate scene on screen? And has it gotten like much like have you gotten more comfortable with it over time?
um Gotten more comfortable with it at over time? Probably not.
No.
Yeah, this is awkward. it's
I'm sure
it's
it is.
Yeah, it's very awkward, and especially something that a moment that is so intimate,
Hmm.
that's usually between you and another person, or maybe more than one, depending on what you're doing. But it's just
All
talking
right.
about intimacy. You know, there's 15, 20 people usually in the room. Just to begin with. The spotlights are on.
Hmm.
Angles are important. So I don't know if I've gotten more comfortable with it. Um, Daryl and I have known each other for a long time, and I'm thankful of our working relationship because it 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 is more comfortable now, and I can use that in my work as well, because of the comfort level that I have with Daryl. Um,
I love that.
yeah.
I definitely love that. Also, I know it was an artist who is also heterosexual, and he was discussing how, like, men can have a gay experience, one gay experience, but when and we'll be labeled as gay if we have that one experience. But when it comes to the woman, she can go turn up tonight and then make out with this lady or have a little, little fun later on the night, but then the next day she'll still be considered a woman. Do you feel as though that can be well? How do you feel about the double standard when it comes to the men and women being able to? Women are able to branch out and do whatever they want, but when it comes to us men, specifically us black men, we're put in this box. What's your opinions on that?
Huh, I don't know. That's a good one right there. Um, yeah,
I thought, look, I become some good questions, huh? Yeah.
not bad, not bad. How do I answer this one? Double standards exist in this world. Uh, some of them are fair, some of them aren't so fair. I think different expectations are put on men and women, and that's one of the reasons why double standards exists. I also, I don't know, my mentality can be so um caveman-ish. Not caveman-ish, that's the wrong tribal.
I,
We ain't come
I
from
was
no
about to
caves.
say, we ain't there.
We ain't come from no caves, yeah. Tribal. It's just more from a tribal place where, all the
Tradition.
women did live together,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and only time women really got away from other women was, if they were lucky enough to marry, if
Right.
they're lucky enough to procreate, and got a little hut all to themselves. So I don't know. I don't really know what the answer to that is. And when it comes to sexuality, you know, I saw a documentary once, and it said that sexuality is more like rainbows inside of rainbows,
Mm.
meaning there are multiple colors in a rainbow, but even within each color, there are various shades of blue,
Yep.
various shades of red. And so, I don't think we really allow what sexuality as human beings really is, because we want to label and hold on to being able to understand things,
Right, right.
so much. Yeah, that's my answer.
No, I feel it. Well, you just said that you were single. You need to come. When the last time you came to Atlanta? Because I know it's a whole bunch of fine ladies here. What's your type? I'm gonna put you on, friend. What's your number go to? You down with the squirrel, or you keep with the peoples? Like both?
I mean, you funny, man. I usually don't talk about my sexuality specifically, because
It's your
of the
business.
of the role that. No, I mean, it's my business, but mostly because of the role that is Wade, and
Mhm.
the iconic character that it is, and I'm not here to destroy anybody's fantasy, of these characters that I play.
All right,
So
I feel it.
yeah, so I normally really don't talk about my own sexuality, but
No,
I love a
I
nice round
respect.
booty though. A nice round booty is always
Come
nice.
on, come on. Everybody like it, especially when they jiggle. Okay. What I feel about. No. But no, so I got some cool, fun questions if you're ready for them. Okay, we're gonna get off that.
I don't know. Am I? I think so.
They cool. They cool. Well, no. Outside of acting, have you ever attended any prize or LGBT events, and would you be open to attending any?
I have
Okay.
outside of Pride. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'll
Definitely.
see you at Atlanta Pride this Labor Day weekend. Look,
I don't know about all that. I'm in LA.
okay, we can get you a ticket. Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem. I got you.
That's
Just,
right.
I got you. When I got events coming up, you're gonna be on the stage. We look. It's gonna be a good time. I'm just letting you know. Okay. And I found out you are a sci-fi fan. Oh, I was like, oh yeah, this is my homie right here. I'm a sci-fi and I love fantasy. I love Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. I don't know if you like all that, but they're my homies.
I
You
do. I
do?
love all that. I
Oh,
don't
you
nerd
do?
out on it. I can't tell you everybody's last name,
It's all
uh,
right.
but I love it. I love sci-fi. That's my genre. When it's time to look at
Which,
something, that's what
okay,
I
give me
look.
your top three
Top
sci-fi
three what?
movies.
Sci-fi movies?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Number one
Okay.
is called. Oh, I'm gonna screw this up right now. It's called Skyfall. No.
Skyfall.
Oh no.
What
It's where
happened in
the
the movie?
it's where the I'm about to. Somebody ain't seen it. It's old anyway. So if you ain't seen it, whatever.
All right, I'm old.
Basically where the aliens come take the kids.
Oh, and that's the when it's coming out like 90s.
It came out maybe like 15 years ago, something like that. 10 years
No,
ago.
brother, I'm gonna write it down because I'm gonna make sure
I think it's
I watch it.
Skyfall. I think it's Skyfall.
Okay, that's
And
one. Got two more.
that's one. Oh, top. I hate doing this. I hate
Right.
because there's so because and as soon as I get off here, I'm gonna be like, oh
You
man, I
don't
should have
remember
said
it,
this
right?
one because I like this one better, even though this one's in my head.
Mhm. Is Jurassic
Um,
Park considered a sci-fi?
I
Kinda.
don't know. That's a good one right there. That's a good
Yeah.
question.
You seen the new one?
I haven't seen it, but I'm looking
Okay.
forward to seeing it.
Okay.
Um, oh
You can
man.
throw that one in there.
Well, I'll give you some cartoons.
Okay,
Futurama.
yeah.
Futurama is top of my list when it
Yes,
comes to cartoons.
sir.
And really, I watch more cartoons and anime than
Oh, really?
I do scripted stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I love you. For real, for real.
Dang. I don't. I'm on the spot. I'm on the
No, no,
spot. We
you
run out of time.
good.
Number three is whatever. I don't know.
Right. No, look, look, that's me all over. I was just watching Cinderella on Disney Plus last night, eating my popcorn, coming up with this question. But look, I'm there with you. It's a nostalgic feel, you know. Um, what classic would you want to star in? A sci-fi
What
classic.
sci-fi
Mhm.
classic? Ooh, I want to be a Jedi.
Come on, Jedi.
I want to be a Jedi.
Yes, so Star Wars. That could have been it. Okay. That's your number three, Star Wars. What
Yeah.
color lightsaber?
Ooh. Oh. I mean, if it's red, I'm a bad guy,
It
right?
is high key.
I mean, I'm not tripping. I'll take whatever color.
Right,
Spielberg, give me his lightsaber. I
right,
don't even care what it is. It could be a pink lightsaber, my
right.
guy. I ain't tripping. I'll be
I
like,
want both, and I want both ends too. I don't care all that. I'm gonna split. You can do all that. But nah,
I need an extra like thick one or something.
yeah. So I always tell folks like I want to be a Harry Potter. That's just me. I got my wand and everything. But
Nice.
what was your first, or if you can remember, what was your first black queer representation on TV or film? FYI, you were mine.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know, man. I think of dang. What's the old school piano player dude? Was it
Old school king,
Liberace?
James,
No,
Little
Liberace, right?
Richard. Little
Nah,
Richard. Who?
nah, Liberace. That's the
Little,
first.
Little right.
That's the first time I was
Okay.
like, "Oh, that guy is gay."
Okay. How you know he was gay? You ain't know. But he said that. Don't be judging.
Everybody knew.
Right. And how did that stick with you? Like how did that when you seen that? It was like, okay, that's his stuff.
Well, you know what, man? I'm gonna keep it 100. I mean, back in the day, it really wasn't a thing.
I feel it.
Um, it was, Liberace was flamboyant.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't gay. You know, Kiki down the block was a tomboy.
Right.
She wasn't a lesbian.
Mm-hmm. I
She
like
certainly
Prince.
was. She certainly wasn't butch.
Right.
So back in the day, it wasn't, those things didn't exist. So my introduction, you know, has been since forever, since I could remember being introduced to a human being.
Right.
But I remember there was kind of a shift where more labels were being put on people.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was Liberace's gay. What?
Like you knew that.
No way.
No, no, but no. We gotta wrap this up. I hate that we gotta wrap this up, but my brother, I really enjoyed this conversation. I'm still upset we couldn't see y'all in person because after this, if we was in person, I would be like, bro, let's go see Jurassic Park. Let's go get some smoke a little something. Let's go see this movie. But like I said before, we appreciate you. I appreciate this. I would love to see you in person. The door is still open for you to come to Atlanta, Georgia, or if you need any support from Nappy Boy Gay Magazine, please feel free. I love you, my brother, and I wish nothing but the love and success for you. And then, of course, we ain't got the picture, but y'all make sure y'all get y'all account, Paramount Plus, Showtime, and watch Noah's Ark, the movie. Okay, I'm sure it's gonna be a part two coming, so make sure y'all watch that film first, and then y'all catch up. Okay, and if y'all need my code or anything, just let me know. I might share it with you. Here it go, boom.
Hey, and I love you back, brother. And I look forward
Appreciate
to
you.
meeting you in person. And you can check out Noah's Ark on Paramount Plus. You have to get the Showtime package. And just dropped today on BET is the Family Business New Orleans.
Yes,
So
sir.
make sure you go check out that series as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And yo, it's Nappy Boy with Gay Magazine here with Jensen Atwood, the one and only, the icon. We love y'all. Peace. Play Ice Cube. Real quick. Hurry up. Oh, shit. I'm going to stop.